is there's the electronic medical record platform Zencharts, which the site's gone now, but if you Google it, you'll find out, you'll see the logo for it. Yeah, the website just went down, so maybe the LinkedIn. Yeah, okay, so I can explain what Zencharts is. But so Zencharts is a medical record platform. Like if you go to your doctor, you know, they ask you a bunch of questions, you see them typing in notes on the medical record. It's exactly that, just for mental health and substance use facilities.
Got it.
So I happened to use Zencharts at Boca Recovery Center at the time, and the owner's actually sitting out in your green room. But
really?
Yeah. So the owner at that time, so they came to come train my clinicians on how to use Zencharts, and I'm sitting in the room with them, and they thought that I was an employee of the facility because I was like 22 years old or something, 23 at the most. And you know, once they found out I was the owner, you know, we talked and we got along well, but you know, I didn't really know them that well. And the guy that's sitting out in your green room right now would be, you know, even interesting to ask his opinion on it. But he paid $40,000 for a penetration test, which is just paying a group to try to hack your company and give you a report on what's vulnerable. He just did that prior to doing the training for my rehab. And I said, do you mind if I take a look around? Like, you know, just trying to get permission because I don't want to get in trouble or break the law or anything like that. So he says yes, and he says it like cockily, in a cocky way, like he's like, you know, I'm not gonna.
What can you do about it?
Right. So he gets in his car, and before he even gets back to the Zencharts office, my face was on support.zencharts.com. It was just my face. So when he, you know, my company is pentester.com.
Yeah.
Right? And when we're trying to sell our manual pen test, he brings up that story because even if you spend $40,000 for the best of the best, if they're doing that, you know, in his case, it was the checkbox approach. It's sometimes not enough, you know, like what we do outside of, like, I'm not trying to promote my company. I just want to explain, this is relevant to everything else we're going to talk about. What we do is we try to emulate what the adversaries would do. We try to emulate what an attacker would do, not just check off this box, that one, and that one, and that one, and skip all of the rest. We try to do that. So Rick uses that story, Rick Glasser, who was one of the owners of Zencharts, when trying to make sales for Pentester.
So I just looked at the article, USA Today, National Public Data confirms massive data breach included Social Security numbers. And you guys are, I believe, quoted in here in this article with USA Today about what Pentester does. So talk about Social Security. So we had all these Social Security numbers being, you know, leaked. And it said Social Security numbers, names, addresses, email addresses, phone numbers were in the 2.9 billion records within a data breach. Security firm Pentester tells you if your data is involved or not. So
yes,
to the average person, what does Pentester do?
So in this case, we did something we did something different. So almost every single article is going to be referencing that site, npd.pentester.com, which stands for National Public Data. So what we were able to access the list. It was for sale for $3.5 million in April. And a hacking group took it from a company called National Public Data, which is a crazy story. Do you know anything about this? So the person that was running that website is, I think his name's Salvador, but he was a Florida sheriff. You can look him up. And he somehow, some way, got 2.9, approximately 3 billion records that include your first name, last name, address, phone numbers, and social security number for pretty much every single American alive and deceased. Because, you know, our population is not even close to 3 billion. That's a third of the planet, I believe. So when I was looking up, you know, my mom, I was seeing addresses when she was a teenager. But the guy that owned the website, and maybe you'll find his name, but the reason. Do you want me to go into how he got compromised, or more about the?
Sure.
Okay. So the reason why he got compromised was there was a secondary website that used the exact same login and they must have been either sharing a server or just had the same technology, and they had a default password. So default password attacks are so common, it's unbelievable. They're leaving the same password on the router, or leaving the same password on a device when they buy it, or website that just gets set up. It says maybe your password is password 123. Maybe if you Google, let's say Cisco default password. You'll see the default password. So this guy, he creates a background check company called National Public Data, gets clearance, who knows how, for all of that data with all the social security numbers, and leaves the default password, which was, I believe, 6 digits long, and on a mirror website that mirrored National Public Data. So the attackers used that same credential as an administrator to log in and then extrapolate all of the data.
What?
Mm-hmm. It was as simple as a credential reuse vulnerability, and then pen tester. What we do is like you saw when you looked it up, you can put your email in there. So you put in your email. I would recommend using your primary email, or maybe sometimes even an older one. You should check them all, honestly, on the free scan as well as the paid version. But this is different than the main page. But the main, we'll search over 150 billion records that include, passwords, social security numbers, credit cards, addresses, even private messages on websites. You name it, anything that's been leaked on the dark web. So for $19, we show you all of that data. We show you every social media account, every profile that's associated with your emails and phone numbers, and that includes for your kids too. So to know if your kids are signed up for Instagram and all the other apps, if you want to confirm it, you can easily add them in there safely and securely. Pay $5 extra per family member or kid, and you'll be able to see what all of their data. But it's super important to know which passwords are out there and breached for this exact reason, because our entire country got breached. 3 billion records, the largest breach I've ever seen in my life, and probably the most impactful I've ever seen in my life, happened in the last, I would say week and a half. 6 days straight now, we've been dealing with about 30 to 50,000 users on our website per minute. I have an interesting screenshot I can show you.
30 to 50,000 per minute.
Check this screenshot out. It's been unbelievable, and we do not, I'll say this on here, we don't have the support team to handle the amount of traffic we're getting, but we are growing and adapting quick. Look at this number right here. Every single blue bar there is a single minute.
Are you joking?
How wild is that?
Oh, but most of it is in U.S.
All U.S., yeah.
Canada, UK, Mexico, because U.S. is the one that's, oh my God.
Right.
And that's 35,000 paying $19?
No, that's 35,000 people, just with the screenshot that I took, 35,000 people at one time using npd.pentester.com, which then, when they're finished searching there, they go to the main Pentester website, which allows you to search your email, and then that'll tell you your password, your address, maybe your social, your relatives, all kinds of information, and then from there you choose remove my data, or whatever.
How do you do it though? Now that it's public and the guy has it, how do you remove your data?
So you cannot remove data from the dark web, but you can remove data from data brokers, which is huge. The best way to remove data, in our eyes, is for you to change your passwords, because you can't remove it from the dark web. You can't remove it from people's computers after they download these databases. I don't know of a better way to explain that, because a lot of people don't understand that we don't have control over deleting data off of people's computers that downloaded it themselves. We do have control over some of the data brokers, because they're required to remove the data. So what we do is we take your first name, your last name, your date of birth, and as many identifiers as you're willing to give us, and then we send a query on your behalf to all of these major data brokers that. And if you don't know what a data broker is, it's just somebody like, for example, White Pages, that would store your personal information, including your family's information, phone numbers, everything. So, just a Google name and a state, you'll find yourself. We remove that data for you. All you have to do is just sit back and wait, refresh the page every couple days, see how many removals are in progress, how many have been removed, and then as you're doing that, you can scroll down the page. You'll see all the social profiles associated with your email and phone number and name. And then underneath of that, you have all of your passwords and everything else like that. So you get a really good idea of what your digital footprint is for $19, and you really can't beat that. In my opinion, there's nothing else like it. Because we have a combination of data broker removal and the largest breach database in the world. So it's just kind of unmatched, and I'm
Who else is doing what you're doing right now? Who else does that?
There's not a single competitor.
Ja, we saw Batman.
There's not a single competitor.
No, not.
So how many people have already done the $19 with you?
Jag tror det.
I don't think I should say, but we're doing well.
Is it over $1 million or less than $1 million?
Less than $1 million, yeah.
And it's one time.
Ja, det vil
It's
se
not
jo,
like I'm
så
running my
jeg skal
credit
til
every time.
stream jo.
It's just one time I do it.
So your credit's not being ran
That's
ever.
Twitch.
No, I
Yeah,
get that.
nej,
What I'm saying is
bare
like a
YouTube.
credit test when I run it. This thing I'm just doing it one time.
No, so it's important to keep it on. So there's two reasons why. So data brokers, for the most part, will re-index your data every 90 days. And we will go in there automatically to see if it comes back up. And we'll let you know that your data's back and we're removing it again. So you're going to keep it for that
skal
reason
livestream
alone.
til mig.
And then secondly, if a new password
skal
gets
livestream.
breached, let's say yours gets breached in the next 10 minutes, you're going to want to get that email saying, hey, your password's out there. And you're going to get that email before Google Chrome gives it to you or
If
anyone else.
somebody's out there that's a real hacker,
Og du fik ikke straf tilbage?
and if they really wanted to get any information on it, they get it.
Hvad har de der high-ups? Sagde det bare nej?
Se bare, suck my dick, you big nut. Altså,
Sagde de det?
nej.
That's exactly what I'm
Say
saying.
about
So at the
sorry,
end
you
of the day,
didn't
there's a
you
part
didn't
of it
post
that it's an
you
illusion.
forgot to
So
join in.
if a person at the level of
De
hacking
sagde sådan,
as you
refuses
wanted to find that your
to
social,
join.
ruin your
Men jeg
credit,
svarede i
destroy
chatten,
your
så
life, could they
bare
do
join
it?
og join jo.
And they're
Det er
not an
godt.
ethical hacker. They're an unethical
Unlucky.
hacker. Could they destroy
Jeg har
your
bare pisset
life?
de forkerte mennesker i, det er bare unlucky.
See the future. You know the future of the bounce.
Okay, det er fint. Jeg klapper en cheeks, jeg er fucking ligeglad.
Har du fundet en?
Nej, bare en once. Jeg skal klappe en cheeks. Oh my god. Så fucking er det. Hvad er det der? So what? Altså det andre. Retard.
Jeg havde Q.
Jeg skal lige vinde over den. Du kører bare det hurtigt.
Det gider jeg virkelig.
Bro, det er legit ud af sig en bro. Hvad? Hvad? Jeg lever ved sådan en game. Jeg lever så lige hvad den her duel her. Eller fuck det her. 1v1.
En vind 4.
Ja, jeg synes det. Vind 4?
Ja.
Jeg har nu.
Jeg er død.
What? Yeah. Interesting. English mid shadow.
Død. Okay, begge død.
Nice. Kom med. Øj, min gang. Nej, jeg løber tør for fucking skud. Også der er no way, du løber ind foran, og han fucking ruller wide open. Oh my god. Unlucky, bro, unlucky.
Ikke.
Nice. Jeg kan gå lidt midt igen. Jeg skyder dig i overhovedet. Nej. Ja, okay. Unlucky. Nice.
Han bliver det med. Har du stadig kickbams?
Ja.
Begge så okay. Shadow. Midten oppe. Han er bare crack.
Jeg tør ikke at swinge. Så fucking dårligt. Oh my god.
Okay.
Min far skrev til mig, og min far ringede til mig. Det er homies.
Hvad er det, den står, bror?
Det ved jeg ikke. Hvis vi er noget, så er det SS.
Okay, jeg er død.
Nej, det er SS.
Den er med den oppe.
Jeg ser unkill. 4-3 siger jeg bare. What? Højre. Venstre. Jeg sidder bare... Så spiller sådan en lille homo.
Han vil ikke pause, fordi det er league. Okay.
Okay. Ja, det er fordi den ikke er clips på det der.
Ikke død.
Nice.
Ikke dig.
Men jeg kan ikke se ham, hvad? Unlucky. Kom med.
Jeg går venstre side. Er det kisses?
Victor.
Ja.
Nej, det er 5-5. Det er 5-6 nu.
Nej, de er skiftet side. Det er fint nok.
Retard. Nå ja, det er det sidste jo. laver du, bro?
Nej, eller hvad?
Ja.
Hvad?
Hvad? Ikke noget, mand. Altså, er du udenfor, eller hvad?
Nej.
Sikker.
Så.
Give me tough love. Oh my god, gå med. Fuck, den er gøy.
Nej, jeg kommer ikke til at gå med.
Gør du i hvert fald. Kan den ikke lige gå ind, eller sikkert? Det kan jeg ikke lide. Så, oh my god, peek me. Fuck, nigga.
Er han død? Begge død, begge død.
Se, indkomsten til en. Shit,
kan du ikke se, han er-
Jeg har fået et killfeed fra. Jeg er død. Venstre. Højre venstre. Spiller højre venstre, spiller højre venstre, højre venstre. Står bare højre venstre. Højre venstre, højre venstre. Højre venstre, højre venstre, stadig højre venstre. Står bare og spiller højre venstre. Bro. Oh my god, de er wide. Så, bare pusher. Jeg ved det. Den ikke knows, den ikke knows. Jeg stopper backroll i sin her. Midt, gå ind nu, gå ind nu. Så med, man. Half. Han spiller som en hund, han spiller som en gejver. Står der. Din dumme albaner. Hallo? Det er ikke, så kan jeg ikke høre dig, din retard.
Sådan der kom. Han er helt ude højre.
Han er helt
Oppe højre, oppe højre. Han er med til højre. Han går ind. Venstre piker nu.
Jeg er død.
Giv mig lige 2.
Ja. Du skal literally ikke springe der. Fuck, nok op. Han ejer både 444 og så.
What the fuck are you still doing here?
La quoi? Manuel, qui s'appelle? La quoi? La quoi? Manuel, qui s'appelle?
What do you mean? It's over here. It's over here.
Er du klar?
Ja?
Er du klar?
Hans teammates, så gør jeg det også, så får man kickflips.